So let's get this straight. Your ex dumped you and moved on really quick to somebody new, and you are literally in pieces. Now we know the script. You are literally feeling like your world has ended, and as far as you're concerned, they have moved on so nice and easy and they're living their best life, and you are literally stuck in a heap on the floor. But all you want is to get them back. You're literally trying to work out ways to get them back. You're dreaming of it. You are literally trying to manifest it. All you want is to get this person back because it feels so uncomfortable not being with them. All you want is to make things okay. All you want is to feel okay again. And you feel like you're never going to feel okay again, don't you? Well, let me tell you now that that is not the case. Let me explain something to you. You're probably sitting there wondering, why do I want this person back when they've literally walked away and left me for somebody else? This isn't who I am. If you asked me this a year ago, would I take this person back if they went off with someone else? My answer would be categorically no. And yet here I am fantasizing about getting back with somebody who literally walked away from me and got with someone else so quick, which really tells you that that person was already in the pipeline before they even left. Let's be honest. So why do you want this person back? Why? I'm going to tell you why. It is due to low self-esteem. It is due to feeling really crap about yourself to the point that you are now panicking that you're never going to meet anybody else. You're never going to have a connection with somebody else. You really can't be bothered to get to know somebody else and start all over again. All you can think about is all the years or all the time that you have invested into this person. And so it's much better the devil you know in your mind. But is it really? Is it really better the devil you know? Because I can categorically tell you that, my darling, it is not. It is absolutely not, because you don't want to be with somebody who could found it so easy to walk away from you and replace you. And what, so you're going to take them back just because it didn't work out with the new person? What do you think might happen then? It would just be a case of waiting for the next person to come along so that they can leave you for them as well. You deserve more than that, and you know it. And you know it. So let's have a little chat about your self-esteem, because let me tell you guys, our self-esteem is linked to everything in our life. It affects how we view love, it affects how we view work, it affects how we view the world. More importantly, it affects the kinds of crap that we will put up with from people, the kind of second-rate relationships that we will put up with. Because if we don't feel great about ourselves, we are just going to take what we can get, because we're going to feel grateful to get that in the first place. It is the foundation for everything. Building your self-esteem is one of the most important things that you can do. So while you're spending all of this time, all of this effort thinking about your ex, working out how to get back together, working out how it's all going to go wrong for them and they're going to want you back, sitting there in this fantasy, can't eat, can't sleep, absolutely feeling like crap, take that same effort, take that same time to build your self-esteem. And how do you do it? Well, it's not a click your fingers and there you go, you've got high self-esteem. It's a work in progress. It's building things up slowly. It starts with how you talk to yourself. It starts with how you look at yourself. Because when you raise your self-esteem, my darling, you raise the bar. You literally take yourself to a whole new level. You are not going to put up with second-rate relationships, second-rate friendships, second-rate jobs. You're not going to put up with anything that doesn't align to what you believe in yourself. And that, my darling, is priceless. And most importantly, you stop chasing people who are literally not worth the scrapings off the bottom of your shoe. That's what the outcome will be by raising your self-esteem. So how do you stop yourself fantasizing about this ex that's walked away? How do you do that? How do you do that? Let me tell you. You make yourself lose interest in anybody who doesn't treat you right. When you stay fixated on somebody who is just treating you appallingly, it is like walking around with a big bag of bricks attached to a rucksack on your back. It is literally weighing you down, and it leaves no room for anything else. Because let's be honest, while you're sitting there pining over someone who, quite frankly, doesn't deserve you in the first place, and they've proven it, then you're not going to be able to meet anybody who does deserve you, who is right for you, because you're too busy being fixated on the wrong person. So to start raising your self-esteem, we're going to make you repulsed to people who treat you this way. So therefore, from now, you're not interested in someone who doesn't treat you right. You're literally going to sit there and think about everything negative towards your ex. When these positive things come into your head, you are going to get my book, Bossing Your Breakup. It is amazing. It is a guided journal, and it's going to get you to look at the reality of the relationship that you were actually in. It is so important that you write these lists that are in this book. It is designed to literally change your whole outlook on the relationship that you were in. It's designed so that you see the truth of the relationship as it was, and not the fantasy that you've got in your head or the fear that you're holding that's holding you back. It's going to alleviate all of that, my darling. And then when you look at the lists that book gets you to write, every single time your head starts filling up with all these wonderful things about your awful ex who just walked away from you, you can pick up that book, you can look through it, and it's right there in front of you, the truth of your relationship. So get that book, Bossing Your Breakup. It's going to be literally the most fundamental thing you're going to do to get through this breakup. And then when you raise your self-esteem and you make a stand for yourself, trust me, everything changes. Because let me tell you, you won't settle for anything less. So it's about realizing that you are worthy. You are enough just as you are right now. And let me tell you now, when you really put that out there, it's a game changer. It's an absolute game changer. Because when you start to realise your true worth, then you start acting differently. And when you start acting differently, the world responds. So when you decide to stop putting all of your attention to trying to get back with somebody who, quite frankly, walked away from you so easily, then let me tell you now, it's like having an uncomfortable pair of shoes that are really nice. You've spent a lot of money on them and a lot of time looking after them, but they're really uncomfortable. They pinch your toe and they give you blisters. But you know what? You still wear them anyway because you've invested so much in them. No, my darling. You deserve the shoes that make you feel like you are floating on air.